Hello and welcome to the vlog. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. We're doing something a little different today, aren't we?
We are.
Actually, a couple of different things. The first one, as you can probably see behind us, we've stripped everything off the walls, and that's because in this episode, hopefully, we're going to put some plywood up there. Much like my workshop next door, how I got plywood on the walls.
Yep.
It just makes it so much easier to screw things to, like shelves and things like that.
Yeah, we need some shelves.
And it was looking a bit messy, so we thought, hey, why not grab a couple of sheets of plywood, throw it up there. So we're kind of in the middle of that at the moment, but also we have some exciting builds or items to make, I guess you'd call it. Let's have a look. So as you guys know, Halloween is fast approaching, right? Yes. Just around the corner. So you guys remember we got these mini skulls the other day and this Halloween kit. Now, I do have the rest of the kit in here, and someone made a very good suggestion about doing a bottle.
Like your ship in the bottle.
Yeah, you know my ship in the bottles?
Yep.
Doing like a little scene, a Halloween scene. Yeah. So I've picked out what I feel would be nice in a bottle. And the leftovers, we have two actually. We got these two are going in skulls, and then we've also picked out these few things, which are going in eggs. Now, speaking of eggs, what other eggs are we going to make, darling?
What are they? Oh, these ones. So we've got little pumpkins.
So these are jack-o'-lanterns, is that what they call them? Look, I think they look really nice.
Yeah, I like them.
I think they look really good. I think they are going to look perfect in eggs. So...
And then these little skulls, I feel, are better for eggs as well. Yeah,
same. So these ones we're going to do in the bigger skulls, and these are for eggs. I just feel like these have got a bit more detail. What do you reckon?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so we've got some egg stuff. We've got some... Oh, yeah.
And. I found some glow-in-the-dark googly eyes.
And let me see if they work. Yep, they work.
So... I had an idea, spit it out, to put it in the belly of a frog.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to have to try and suspend that maybe, aren't we?
Yeah.
Same with these. So these guys are going to have to be suspended. We're going to have to glue him to the chair first, and then flip him upside down and have him suspended. It's just started raining. So skulls. So we're planning... Oh, we've also got these that Nicole's been pouring with all her leftovers. So there's a few mini skulls in there. So we're going to make 3 skulls, 2 more skulls, but these ones we're going to do a bit different, aren't we?
Like the coffee one.
Yep, so we're going to... Oh, look at our cool little supports now. Just egg cartons. We cut up some egg cartons. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do the sort of a quarter of the head, I guess, full of skulls, and then we're thinking of a translucent base, aren't we? So we can put them on lights.
Put them on light. Yeah.
So that's the plan. We're gonna end up with 7 skulls
and
2 frogs. Not sure how many eggs we're gonna make.
Yeah.
We probably won't do the eggs in this episode, but we will get to them. And then once all that's in the pot, we're gonna get working on this. Now I'll show you what we bought. So we've got a heap of plywood down there, and I've got some studs to put on the wall. So that's the plan. I've got some Dynabolts. Actually, they're not the ones in here. There they are. I've got some Dynabolts. I've got some Ethernet cables, because we're going to try and sort of redo the wiring a little bit. You guys know that we've kind of got some ugly wiring up there, so we're going to try and fix all that, hide all this, just make it look a bit prettier, hey?
Yeah.
Make it a bit more inviting to come in and work. And then we may even look at trying to get, I think we got some leftovers of these floorboards to maybe make this
a bit longer,
a bit better. You don't realise how long this bench is until we clear it off, hey?
I know, right?
It's actually a lot of space there, so we're just trying to make it a bit more worker friendly.
User friendly.
User friendly, that's the word.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I do want to mention is that I think there's 4 vlogs that have been filmed prior to this, which may go up after this. So you might get a little confused, because you might go, hang on a second, the wall's changed back. No, we've done some pre-filming, so but we thought we better get this Halloween episode out since it is fast approaching. And
I almost forgot.
Yeah, I slacked on it. I fully forgot about it. It's not as big in Australia, is it, Halloween?
No, it's not. No.
Yeah, I mean you do see bits of it here and there in the shops and that, but it's not huge. No. Put it that way. But yeah, we're going to embrace it. We're going to do some stuff. So anyway. That's enough talking. I think we need to get some resin mixed. Or actually, first thing I need to do is get these guys supported. And we'll get your eyes supported. Now, we are going to be putting them in pots next door. Because the pots for in here are all sort of jumbled back there. So, we will be doing it next door. So, I think what we might do is we'll get all this ready. And then we'll cut to when we're pouring some resin. So, I said I was going to cut back when we were ready to pour resin. But I remembered that I've been slacking on question of the days, right?
Yes.
I have glued old mate to the seat, and you're about to glue an extension to the back of the casket.
Yep.
So, question of the day. This one is actually from our video we just released this morning, which is the angel update.
Oh yes.
And the the water balloon ambush.
Yeah. Good on you.
So, this is from Michelle's Unique Boutique 3405, and they said, I always enjoy your videos. You both are awesome. Ben, just wait. Nicole will get you back. Bigger than what you got her.
I'm going to have to plan this one.
I'm not looking forward to that. But the question of the day is, what is the most unusual thing you have encased in resin? Now, I think there's probably only one thing.
There's one thing that comes to my mind.
Yeah, same for me. That is the most unusual, and that would be the bladder stone.
Yes.
That thing was bloody creepy, man. So for those of you who don't know the story, I had a urologist, was it?
Yes.
A urologist from Texas contacted me. Now, this was years ago, wasn't it?
It was a long time ago, yeah.
Sort of when I first started doing YouTube, I think. And you know what? You know what made it even worse was I was a novice. Like, I didn't know too much about resin at all. I mean, not that I know much now, but
you know a lot more.
But so he contacted me and said, "Hey Ben, I've got this bladder stone, right?" And it was massive. It bigger than my hand, wasn't it?
It was huge.
Like, how that was inside of someone?
It's beyond me. Yeah.
Anyway, so he's like, "I've got this bladder stone that I removed, and I want it encased in resin." And me being like young and full of energy, I'm like, yeah, sure, man. Send it over, you know, I'll do it. Not realizing, looking back now, I think if someone had said that to me now, I'd almost go, nah, too risky.
You wouldn't want to risk it, yeah.
Because obviously the bladder stone was porous too.
Yes.
So it was full of air. I didn't have a vacuum chamber.
No.
I only had my art cast, so I didn't even have like a deep pouring slow resin, because that even wasn't made at the time.
No, it wasn't. No.
So I had this bladder stone turn up that was like creepy as hell, possibly full of air, right?
Yep.
Me being like,
I'm surprised that it actually even got through
customs.
Yeah. That surprised me.
Was it a biohazard? I don't even know.
Oh, I don't even know.
So anyway, this stone turns up in this foam box.
Yep.
Foam, looked like something they transport organs in, right? And I'm like, whoa. So it turns up, me being me, like, yep, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I poured a base layer. I sealed the stone.
Oh, you sealed it in UV, didn't you?
I must have used a whole bottle.
Oh.
Just coated this thing like crazy. Yeah. Coated the crap out of it. Poured myself a base layer, put it in, and it was a massive pour too.
Oh, it was huge. Yeah.
It'd have to be at least a litre, I would think. And back then, like I say, a litre art cast, no vac chamber, no deep pour, like that was pretty bad. Did it. As I'm pouring it, air starts coming out, like out of this stone.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I must have missed
some spots.
Like a pinhole somewhere, you know? So I'm thinking, oh, great, I've ruined this thing. You know, this poor guy has this museum piece, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Basically a museum piece, and I'm going to wreck it. Like, I'm going to have air coming out of this thing, and it's all over. Luckily for me, somehow, I don't know how, but it come out looking...
It looked really good.
It looked mint. I don't know how I managed to do it.
No, I don't know either.
It was a miracle. But anyway, I did it. I sanded it. I shaped it. We made a cool base for him.
Yep.
Lights for it. It ended up being amazing.
Yeah.
And I shipped it back to him, and it was all good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would have to be...
That'd have to be the most unusual thing you've ever put in resin.
I mean, I've done a lot of weird stuff. Food and things like that. Bugs, food, yeah, all that kind of stuff. But unusual, oddity, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah.
So that is the most weirdest thing I have ever put in resin. So thank you for that question, Michelle's Unique Boutique. They also said, have a great one, take care, and happy creating, keep smiling. We will keep smiling. Especially when we're doing these kind of things.
How can you not smile?
Oh, of course, right? How good is it? I mean, the weather could be a bit nicer. We're still raining, but hey, it's okay. It's okay. We're just we're nitpicking. So you've just glued a little riser.
Yes.
To the back of the casket. Now that we did draw a little line here, because when it was in the holder, that's obviously going to be the level line of the resin. So pop him in there. Is he dry?
Hopefully he's not too tall.
It is a bit
Bit too tall?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's not quite. Oh. Yeah, I think the riser needs to be a bit longer, I think.
Okay.
I think we need to get him sitting down more where my thumb is.
Yeah.
That's all right. Easy fix. We can pop that off and make the riser a bit longer. Like I say, old mate glued into the chair. Looks like he's contemplating life. That's how I feel sometimes when I'm watching TV on a night. I'm sitting there going, what am I going to make next? That's the story of my life. What are we going to do next?
Yeah.
Okay, so longer riser. And we'll get him in there. Okay, I think we'll do another question of the day a bit later on.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, we have, like I say, we have been slacking on them. So let's make up for it.
Yeah, we'll put a couple in.
With the double QOTD question of the day. All right, I'm cutting now. We're going to get this set up, and then we'll get some resin going. So we've got all the pieces glued in now. The chair's glued in, and what was that one? The casket. On the angle, looking good. We have the googly eyes glued into the frogs. Now that's just going to be a small clear layer there, nothing too fancy. Nicole's got some resin mixing. Now, I brought Freddie in from next door because I think it's just going to be easier to load everything up in Freddie. I have a little shelf that I can go grab. I did think it was going to start to rain because it was off and on. I didn't want to carry the skulls through the rain, so that's the plan there. These, we're just going to do the same way with the coffee beans. So into a cup, mix them up, and then straight into there.
Yeah.
And skulls, that's going to be pretty easy.
Yeah, we'll just put them in the skull and then pour the resin in.
Yep. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to see what fits in Freddie. So I'll probably have to put you guys down, but I'm assuming I can get that on the bottom. Put the stand in, that one on top, and we'll work out where we're going to put the frogs. These ones can go in a separate pot if we need to. That's not going to be no drama. So I'm going to put you guys down now and get these in Freddie. Okay, so I've put 2 skulls in Freddie. Now I've got my clear. I'm going to pour some clear in there. I'm just going to put you guys down for a minute while I do that. Okay, I've got my clear in. I did accidentally pour a bit on the stick, so I hope that doesn't come back to bite me on the bum when it's time to take it off. But yeah, they're looking pretty good. So now I've got my little tray stand, I guess you'd call it. We can pop that in. It sits in there nicely. Now, what's next, darling? These ones?
Those ones, we need to put the skulls in.
Okay.
So do we want to just use the leftover resin there?
Yeah, we can do that.
First?
Or do you want me just to pour this clear straight into these frogs?
Yeah, you can do that.
Let's do that. Now I'm going to pop these in here. Hoping this is level. If not, we're going to have wonky frogs. Okay, so we push them to the back here, I think. And then the other carton can go there.
But don't overfill them.
Don't overfill them. Don't stuff this up, you reckon, hey?
Yep, don't stuff it up.
Geez, nothing but pressure, hey? And you know what? I actually can't see what I'm doing.
You need a torch?
A torch, yeah, might help.
How's that?
Yeah.
Good or not?
Yep. Now, I hope you guys can see because I'm really concentrating on the resin pour here. Okay, I did stuff up. I poured a bit of clear in his leg.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, it's so hard to tell when I have enough.
Oh, because it's clear. It's really hard to see. That looks about right.
It does look alright, eh?
Yeah.
I might do this one through the front here, I think. Oh, bit too much.
That's alright.
I think that'll be okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. It's a shame I put some into his back leg there.
Whereabouts?
Just on the
Well,
on that side there.
if it's not joined to the other stuff,
Oh, we might be able to pick it
might be
out.
able to pick it out when it's set.
Maybe. Okay. All right. That's that one.
All right, now I'll mix the skulls into that.
Yep.
Oh, need a stick. Make sure they're all coated.
They look like popcorn. It's like you're making caramel popcorn.
Oh, I love caramel
Oh no,
popcorn.
what have I done? I've just started you off.
So hard to find here. Okay.
Now,
Do you want to put it in
I was
the
going
pot?
to say, yeah, let's put these in. There we go. Oh, you want me to pour them?
Yep, you pour it.
Okay. Should I be flicking them in with a stick? Or you-
I don't know. Sounds like popcorn too.
Doesn't it?
I might get more than two, you reckon?
Yeah. Although I can't tell how many I'm putting in, to be honest.
Well, that one's definitely fuller than the first one that you did, I think.
Okay, we're in here.
Yeah. That'll do. Yeah, I think you could get one more out of that.
I just don't know where we're going to put it.
What about the other pots next door?
Yeah, I guess we're going to have to angle it somehow, though, aren't we?
Yeah.
All right, I think what we'll do is put the lid on Freddie, we'll pressurize him, and then we'll work out what we're going to do with these ones. Okay, so we made the call to just fill the third one up and put it on a paper cup. Fits in there nicely. So now we'll get the lid on and fill him full of air. Now, if you guys don't have a pressure pot, it's okay. You kind of don't really need one. The only reason I use it is because I have it, and because a lot of people visit our store to buy our items that don't know anything about BENSWORX. So you guys obviously don't mind buying an item that has a bubble or a scratch. But people who don't know us, we want to make sure everything is kind of mint. Hey,
Yeah, we do.
I like you, sweetheart.
Mint.
You're mint.
Minty.
So yeah, so that's why we use the pot. You guys don't have to, especially doing like where we mix the skulls in with the resin, because you don't really get any imperfections. Like I say, we're only using it because we got it. Nicole's currently filling a couple of skulls down here.
Yeah, the resin's getting a bit warm.
With the mini skulls, yeah, getting a bit warm. Story of our life, hey. You guys haven't seen that episode yet, but let me tell you, there is a chaotic episode coming out very shortly where we got a bit too ambitious with our resin. But I won't I won't give too much away, but yeah, look out for that one. It's a funny one. Yeah, so we're going to fill up some skulls with skulls. I'm going to get another pot from next door. Actually, I'll leave the pot next door. The sun's beaming now, so we don't have to worry about no rain wrecking our skulls. Are you trying to strategically put them in there, darling?
Yes, I am. I want to have them facing...
You want to have them facing the right way?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the rain's nicked off. Nice and sunny now. Beautiful, beautiful spring day. Well, I can't wait to get all the plywood up here.
Oh, it's so good.
I reckon it's going to feel so much bigger and open too.
Yeah.
Having it all bright and like, I don't mind the brick, but it'd be nice to see it go. I just want to be able to just pick anything up and just put a screw in the wall, you know. It's going to be good. How you going there? You winning?
I don't know.
I don't know if you got much time left, to be honest, darling.
Okay.
Now these will have to go in the vac chamber.
They will, yes.
To draw any air out. So
that one is okay.
Like I've explained in the past, there's two types of pots. You've got your vacuum and your pressure. Vacuum pulls air out that's trapped. So in this case, we're going to have a lot of trapped air in here. And because our resin cures fairly quick, it doesn't have time to escape. If you're using a slow curing resin, you don't need to, because it's going to have enough time for the bubbles to eventually work their way out. But this one, which at the moment is already getting really hot, we don't have the time. So we suck the air out, that way we don't get anything trapped, and then into the pressure pot, which squishes the bubbles so tiny you can't see them, which whatever's remaining in there. All right, looking good, darling. I don't think you got too much time.
Okay. That one. Okay.
Now you don't want any skulls protruding, do you?
Is that one too high?
Yeah, that's too high.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's looking pretty good. You do that, I'll go whack it in the vac chamber for you.
Yes, please.
Now, is this one buried too much that I can't use it?
Possibly.
Possibly. Oh, have a look at this. Oh, I think I might be able to use it. Let me move some things out of the way. This was kind of a last minute thing, wasn't it, darling?
It was.
We'd planned on just working on the wall today, and then we were like, oh, we don't have Halloween stuff. All right, are you able to bring it over to me? Okay, Nicole's just going to pop them straight in there. Okay, so this is the vacuum, so lid on. Make sure your lid is on even all the way around. So you don't want the lip just on the edge, because it'll crack your glass. And then I'll turn the pump on. Turn the lever, start creating a vacuum. And now you'll see all the air start to come out. A bit dirty, that lid.
So we only have enough for those two skulls. We have enough for the third.
Okay. Okay, let all the vacuum go. And now we can top them up and get them in the pressure pot. Now we just give them a little top up. Nice and level. Okay, now we get the lid on and get some pressure in here. So we were short a little bit of resin, so we didn't get to fill up the third skull, but that's all right. We'll be able to do that at some stage. I think what we might do now is start getting all this stuff off the wall, and then my plan is to stud it out with some studs, probably 3 studs, and then whack the plywood up there. So yeah, let's get to it. Oh, I think I got this on hammer. Hammer time. Okay, we're going to get these lights off first. Now, I'm not going to reuse these ones because these ones flickered a lot, didn't they?
They did, yeah.
So I might actually swap out for this one, but we'll wait and see. We will get the plywood up first, And we'll take these shells off. These shells worked quite well, considering they were drawers from one of our old coffee tables. Yeah. I think we put an extra piece in the middle here.
Yeah, we did.
So these can come off now. Now I'm going to have to find a way of putting that wire up along the top, I think. And we'll get my overhead rig down. Not sure if I'll put this back up. I probably should, just in case I do some more overhead filming. Ah, I donor bolted it. You know what? That could almost stay there actually. I don't think that needs to come down. Okay. Because we're going to put one stud there, one stud in the middle, and one over there, and then same for your side. Yeah. I technically call this my side. This is my side. That's Nicole's side. It's all our sides, isn't it, darling?
It pretty much is. Yeah.
All right. So let's get your shelf down while we're here. Now I do have my modem up there, which we're going to have to move, and this light's going to have to come off the side. So we'll take this light off first, I think. There we go. Now, probably just need to move this modem. I gotta.
Now you know what the car was sitting there.
Are you still there, guys? Let me dust you off.
That was funny.
Now we know why this car was sitting up there. It was stopping the modem from falling off.
Stabilizer.
Which then absolutely took out my phone. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. All right. Leave that down there. Now, let's take the screws out of here. You going to be right to hold this one, darling, or do you want me to hold it?
No, I can do it.
You're going to be all right?
Yep. All right, ready?
Yep. Oh. You're stuck.
Why is it stuck?
I have no idea. Just be careful you don't whack yourself in the face. Oh, there we go. That was wedged. Ta-da! The walls are clear.
Oh my gosh, look at the thick dust on the top of that.
Oh no. Wow, wonder where that come from. Oh, you know what? It's when I drilled the hole. So that hole there runs the Ethernet cable into my workshop. That's what that was. All right, looking good. I think we should get some studs up. What do you reckon?
Sounds good.
Do you want to throw me up there, darling?
Throw you up there?
Yeah, we've got to put some studs on the wall.
You're a comedian, yeah.
I'm a comedian. I'm not a stud. I'm far from it.
You're my stud.
Oh, thanks, sweetheart. So it has been a little while since that last clip. We dragged the table saw out and we just had to rip these down a little bit. They're not fixed into position yet. We just put them there. But a big storm looks like is heading our way. As you can see up there, it looks a bit nasty. Well, it looks a bit green looking, doll.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We don't have any, I haven't caught any warnings from...
No warnings?
No.
From the Bureau?
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That looks a bit yucky.
It does look a bit yucky. Normally when it storms, we throw Nicole's car in the workshop, just in case it gets hailed on. What do you think, doll? Are we going to risk that?
I'm just checking.
Check the radar. It might be going around us. So yeah, anyway, the studs are cut to length. They're all good to go. So all I need to do now, basically, is get the studs in. Oh, and also, Courtney, the champion, jumped in the roof for us and fed that wire into the roof, which actually comes out. It's for our roller door. And also the Ethernet cable now is in the roof. So that's good. Eliminated the need for me to use the longer one. So yeah, good on her for that. Yeah, let's get these studs in here. So basically, all we need to do is something like that.
Watch out, watch out, watch out!
Look at you, darling. You jumping to save my life like that?
You nearly got knocked in the head with a 2x4.
I mean, look, it was.
Okay. So you knew that it was going to do that.
It was never going to hit me, but look, I do appreciate you. Oh, you're so kind to me, hey.
Scared me.
Geez, I don't know what to do now. Whether we get your car away or leave it. What do you think? Leave it?
I think leave it. I think we're just going to get rain.
All right. I am going to start drilling holes. Now, this is going to be noisy because... where's my little bit gone? I have one of these concrete drill bits, I think they are, with all the, if I can focus it, doesn't want to focus, there we go, with all those little, I think it's a diamond head, not too sure, but anyway, my bricks are as hard as concrete. I don't know whether it's because this house was built in 94, so it's a little ways old now. What's that, 30 years? But these things, hard as a rock. So I'm going to start drilling now. Now I think I'm just going to put 2 in. One at the top, one at the bottom.
Yeah, I think that's all it needs.
Wait, it's not going to go anywhere.
The shelves aren't going to hold anything heavy.
No, that's right. So 2 Dynabolts in each one. So 6 in total. I think that'll be enough.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put you guys down because this is going to be noisy since we will be hammer drilling. And you guys don't want to hear that. So we did just decide to put Nicole's car away. I didn't film it because actually you guys are going to see that in a future episode because we had a storm the other day that we had to whip it in. So you'll see that process. But yeah, it's starting to come down. But it's not too bad. It's all right. Hey, I love the old summer storms, even though
I like the smell of rain.
Even though it's spring.
Close enough.
Storm season started early, hey? Normally we get a lot in summer in Queensland. Afternoon
we've
storms.
Had a few come through in the last few weeks.
Yeah, which is surprising, but it's definitely
moving pretty quick though.
It is. It's looking very grey out there.
At least it's not as black as before.
Yeah, it's not looking too bad. It's heading north, so I think it'll be all right. We're better off being safe than sorry. You know, it's not too hard to throw the car in. Let's have a look. Yep. Yeah, it's getting red, about to be red over us, so it'll be all right. Okay, I am going to start marking all the holes out for these, working out where I've got to drill. Got my 10mm drill bit, I've got my masonry bit, got all my Dynabolts in here. Now, what I will do, once I know where I'm going to put my hole, I'm going to put a Forstner hole in first, maybe only about that deep. So that way the head of the Dynabolt is recessed in because the plywood sheet's going to sit flat over the top of that. So we can't have the head of the bolt sticking out. So I've got my hole drilled. You can see I have the Forstner hole drilled there with a little step down. They're my main hole. Now when you go to put these in, make sure your nut is higher than the thread, just like that. Because what you're going to want to do is tap it, and you don't want to tap your thread because you'll damage it. So we get that in the hole just like that. We get the hammer, knock it in. Now we can get the socket and tighten it up. Okay, so the first one is all tight. So what I've done is I've got the sheet, and now what we need to do is put this one half and half because this next sheet is going to butt up to here. So I'm just going to mark that one now and drill and bolt it in. So I'll show you guys how I do this bit. So we start off with the Forstner. Oh, take it off, hammer. We do that first. A bit more on that one. Now we drill all the way through. for the hammer drill.
Whoa, that was a big lot of lightning. That was a cracker.
That was a nasty one. I don't feel too bad about hammer drilling these holes now with this thunder outside.
No, because I probably won't be able to hear it.
I didn't want to annoy the neighbours with my hammer drill, but they're not going to be able to hear it with that going on.
Gosh, no. Top one first?
Top one first.
I always wondered why you dipped it in water.
Yep, keep the tip cool. If you don't keep your tip cool, it's going to get blunt.
Nothing worse than a blunt tip.
No, you don't want a blunt tip. So as you can see, I had to tighten the nut a fair way for the Dynabolt to grab, and that's because my bricks are hollow. So it took a bit to get some bite. So all I need to do is whack that off with the angle grinder. But before I do that, I'm going to put the bottom hole in. So now that we have all three studs in, I'm just going to move this one across. So we've got stud behind here, the one in the middle, and this one. Now, because I didn't want to make a super tight fit, because these pillars here aren't square. they're a little bit wonky. So what I did was I gave myself about 5 mil to play with. So what I think we might do is have that gap at this end. So we might push that one hard up and then this one hard up to that one, and then we'll take that gap over here. I mean, we could go even, have a little gap there, little gap there. I don't know. What do you think? Should we do that instead?
As long as you can't see a gap in the middle, it doesn't really matter.
Let me just push this over a little bit.
I knew it was going to hit it that time.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'm going to have to do this off camera. I can't do it one-handed. But yeah, I'm basically just going to soak that gap up even on the edges, I think, and then a nice tight fit in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got our gaps fairly even. I've gone ahead and put a couple of screws in just so they don't fall and bang us on the head or on the metal, as we found out. So yeah, I'm just going to go around now and pump a heap of screws in.
Almost sounds like your stomach when you're hungry.
Which is nearly all the time. I love plywood. Like just having the plywood wall, and you can just pick a spot, throw a screw in it. It's just so good. And that's the main reason we decided to put the studs on the back side to bring it out a little bit, so that we can put up to 45mm screw through that now and not worry about it hitting the brick. Okay. Oh no, missed two.
Oh.
I thought I was done. Forgot these two at the top here. Perfect.
Beautiful. Look at that.
Hey, beautiful. It's even brightened it up a little bit, don't you reckon?
I thought that before when I saw the light hitting the sheets over on this side.
Yeah, yeah. My side's still a little bit dull, but I mean, it doesn't help that we're dealing with the rain. But cool. All right. Well, I got my side done. You going to do your side?
Sure.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty easy. I'll show you what to do. Well, you just saw me do my side, so you know how to do it.
Yeah.
What we got any cool shapes? Cool.
Do you know what? I noticed one over here before.
Hang on, before we go any further, is that an emu or what?
Oh, it is too.
Emu or a bird?
But this one over here.
That's a bird for sure.
When you were putting this one in, it almost looked like a
dog.
like a Scottish Terrier or something.
It is too. If you guys can see any other patterns in here, let me know. I'm sure there's bound to be something, but that's half the fun of plywood. Hey, like my bench. Where is it? It's this side, I think.
Is it?
Where is it? Somewhere. Oh, here. Can you guys see my seal? Look at that. I've got a seal on my bench. So many people point that out too. They're like, oh, you got a seal on your bench. So if you guys can see anything else, let us know. But I think I've definitely got a bird over here.
Yeah, I didn't see it before, but when you pointed it out, I can see it now.
That's a bird. And that's definitely a dog too.
Yeah.
Look at that. Isn't that cool?
It is. Look at this one. It's a cat playing with something. See its back legs and it's jumping in the air?
No,
I'm not. I'm serious. I can see it. It's up. Reaching for something.
It reminds me of...
Don't make fun of me.
It reminds me of the cards. What do you see? It's like a butterfly or whatever. That's funny. All right, let's go, Dylan. Let's get your side finished.
All right.
So as you guys can probably tell, this vlog is already getting up there in length.
Yeah.
We're at like 40-something minutes and we haven't even started your side of the wall yet.
Oh my gosh.
So what we're going to do, it's a first for us, but we are going to split this vlog in two. So this
Good
is
idea,
so this is part one, and you guys will see part two very shortly. We won't make you wait too long. And in part two, that's where we're going to finish your side of the wall.
Yep.
We're going to get the whole makerspace finished. We're going to get the skulls out.
Oh, yes. Yep.
So you guys will see all that kind of goodness in part two. So we're going to end this one here. We hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and stay tuned because very shortly you're going to see part two where it's all finished.
See ya.